People were calling for reform from the church, the Catholic Church particularly, because if you'll remember, there's been another split that we've talked about up to this point where the Eastern Orthodox Church and the Catholic Church split off from one another over doctrinal issues and a bunch of other things. But um, that's kind of beside the point at this point because we'll talk about them later, but they'll be toward the very end of this little segment. Um, People were calling for reform in the church, the Catholic Church, mostly because of corruption. Between 1450 and 1520, a series of popes failed to meet the Catholic Church or meet the church's spiritual needs, mostly because they were looking at how to better themselves more so than they were how to make sure that their people were taken care of. Take, for example, they were very interested in the Papal States and how to make more money from said states, and also they were looking to expand the Papal States into which were located in Italy into like the other areas and get involved in on their trade and all that type of stuff and try to make some more money off of them. They were really concerned with those political issues more so than they were with spiritual issues, which is what the church should be worried about, spiritual issues. Take, for example, Julius II. This guy right down here was known as the warrior pope. He doesn't look like much of a warrior in this painting, but whenever he was younger, he actually would dress up in a suit of armor and go to war against his enemies or the enemies of the Papal States dressed in armor. I mean, so that doesn't really sound like it should be something that the church should do. So with that being said, many people were very disgusted with him. They were very disgusted with the Catholic Church. And I mean, let's just look back into history a little bit. Whenever we're talking about the Dark Ages, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Dark Ages that are it's unexplainable, and the church really didn't have an answer for it. And so, with that being said, it kind of planted the seeds of maybe they don't know everything, and maybe they're not fully connected like they say they are. I mean, you have people, you have priests and all kinds of stuff at this point that are doing things that are totally against their rules, and we'll just leave it at that for right now.